Okay, this is my TIG welding cart. If you look on my YouTube site, you'll see that I did one on my MIG welding cart. Now this is a TIG Square Wave 175. It's a Lincoln. Great little machine. You can TIG aluminum, steel, copper, stainless, pretty much any metal. It's a great machine. Very, very heavy. Couldn't be lifted by one person. So first thing I did was I made a cart. You can see on this cart I used 1.5" square tubing here, inch square tubing there, and I used a table. The reason the table on this is only about 1/8 of an inch thick is because I didn't have anything thicker. So I worked with the scraps that I had. I left the corners open and I used them for rod storage. Great and very convenient. I'm actually using all 4 corners for my rod storage, and you can see it back there as well. I love having hooks and places to hang things, so I have a cord wrap right here. I use 1 inch by 1/8 steel. I bent it and I welded it. I did that over here in the back. Here's the cord for the actual welder itself, and I've got a clamp right here, which I use sometimes when I'm clamping metal in odd positions. It just comes in handy. The clamp itself is just clamped on. It's not welded, screwed in, bolted, or anything like that. So I can move it all around this cart. This is my Tig Torch Holder, just a design that I came up with. It works okay, nothing exciting. If you want, you can actually put the torch in there, but because these ceramic parts get very hot, they get brittle and they break very easily, and you can actually see that this one here is broken already. Still works though, just kind of the gas leaks out a little bit, but still find it handy. I'm not going to throw it out yet. And here you've got your stinger for your arc welding. On TIG machines you can also arc weld, and some of them actually come with the stinger. You just change out your torch and you're good to go. Now on this machine I didn't have enough room for a shelf, but I did put a place for my consumables. This is from a yard sale. Picked it up for $2. It's actually a cash register drawer, and every time I open this baby up I know I'm spending money. I've got my little consumables here, and they're all different sizes, and then these compartments hold the other bits and pieces for TIG welding. And that's my drawer. Now when you're TIG welding, you're going to need a dedicated for your tungsten electrodes, you're going to need a dedicated way to grind the tips and sharpen them. This is a very, very inexpensive grinding electric grinder. I don't even think it's from Harbor Freight. I think it's one step below that. It is made in China, and if you turn the switch on and put your thumb there, that baby will not turn. It doesn't have any torque at all. But it's good for grinding your tips for your TIG torch, because you don't want a lot of torque when you're doing that. So this thing works great, and it's dedicated, so I don't grind anything else other than my electrodes on here, and that way you don't get any contamination on your tip. So I'd recommend that. This isn't even bolted down. You can move it around in case I need to use the entire front work surface. Here is my tank strap. Again, I started originally with a smaller tank and ended up moving up to a larger tank. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to move this strap up to here to really get a good grip on this bottle, but I only use this in my garage. I'm not really going over any rough surfaces, so that tank has never even tipped on me. And then down there you can see I've got it's a stainless brush dedicated. I only use that for cleaning my aluminum. And then there's the bottom of the actual cart itself. And I've got a couple of little bolts, some tabs, so I bolted the welder to it. That was just an extra precaution, probably unnecessary. This thing weighs a ton, but I thought I would do that anyway, and I also bolted it right here in the front. The front wheels are the ones that turn. The back wheels don't turn, and they just roll straight, but you know, you don't need to be able to turn on all 4 corners. I can maneuver this thing all over the garage, and I do. That is a basic TIG cart. Highly recommend you make a cart for all your welders. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe.